How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rifleman Reviews, coming at you today with more of a first impressions video and semi-review, well, more of an overview of my Sig Sauer P229 in stainless. Um, also, I'm gonna pose a question for y'all, for my viewers out there, and I really would like some video responses to see kind of what you think, and that's gonna be, I would like this pistol here. Let's clear it first before we talk about it. Empty, chamber's empty. Before we talk about it, the question I want y'all to maybe answer for me is, for this pistol, what I would love to start carrying it, because it just seems right. It's a nice compact, it's not subcompact, it's like a compact type pistol, maybe borderline duty size. It's got the 4-inch barrel. It's got just a perfect length grip on it. For me, just like my Sig 239, there's no extra grip. Even with the magazine in, there's barely anything sticking out. I say that's just as ideal as you can get without having to have like a pinky extension or something. So it's just big enough for me to get a full, actual grip on the pistol, and then it's not long enough to where it aids or it hinders my concealability. Now, the thing that Sig doesn't have going for it, is its natural chunkiness. Sig Sauers are known to be a little bit chunky, a little bit hefty, and me buying this in all stainless steel, which this is like a Circa 2005, I want to say, model. Yeah, I did buy it used, but it looks like it's in great shape. Might swap out the barrel actually for a 357 Sig, and just get a new recoil spring, maybe another mag. But yeah, I'm thinking 357 Sig for carry is probably the best thing you can do for yourself, as far as carry calibers go. It's top tier for semi-auto, especially the more compact size semi-auto platforms. I don't think you're going to do better than 357 Sig for carry. It is expensive round, so it's going to cost you to practice with it. That's why I'll maintain my 40 Smith & Wesson barrel. But yeah, so yeah, what are my impressions of this thing so far? I think that this slide says frame is made in Germany, and the slide rather, frame's in Germany, the slide's made in the United States. So yeah, that is put it around the early 2000s time frame, and I want to say that it's got that short reach trigger. It's a chrome one, but it does not have the short reset in it. So it's a fairly long reset. I don't know if you could tell that, but so that's something I'll have to upgrade. I think it's like a $40 or $50 upgrade. So if I want to carry that, I want it to be consistent across the board with all my other Sig Sauer pistols that have the short reset trigger in them. It's a phenomenal trigger. It's got that first double action pull that I like, and then short reset. So my biggest issue though is like this is almost too big for me. Like I can carry my P220, on my shoulder. The shoulder holster is perfectly fine. I like the military style, where it's down. Don't like these style shoulder holsters because you're pointing at everyone as you're walking around. I don't really prefer that. So I want to avoid getting a shoulder holster for this one, because I feel like it's probably just the right size for maybe outside the waistband, for an outside the waistband. But I don't know. I would definitely think maybe a belt slide style. I think it's a little big for inside the waistband, short of me buying like extremely large pants. I want to try to avoid, just bumping up 2-3 inches on my, or 1 to 2 inches on the circumference of my waist size too much. I don't want to appendix carry. I don't prefer that. It's too heavy, or not too heavy. It's too bulky. When I sit down, it doesn't feel good. And like I said in my other videos, I usually carry a small back. Um, I'd like to maybe carry a different way, with this one. I'm thinking outside the waistband, probably another Bianchi holster, with the thumb snap. But if you all know, even if it is a shoulder holster, if you all know some good holster brands, I would definitely be interested in what you know. Like I said, trying to avoid the inside the waistband with this one. It's just not going to be comfortable. I can already tell. So maybe throw out maybe a good outside the waistband that's a little bit, it's maybe good for concealment. Maybe a good shoulder one. I'd be interested to see what you guys got. So a little bit more. This is standard Sig Sauer product. They've been making great products for years. They got the full length rails on them. Well, actually, this one, there's a little gap in there, but there's lots of contact surface with the rail and slide interface. Like I said, needs a short reset trigger. It's got the full length guide rod on it. The braided recoil spring. These older models got the shorter extractor. I think I prefer the looks. I don't know if they're any different in function. I haven't had any issues with this thing functioning yet. It's real accurate. I notice when you go with 180 grain ammunition, it tends to print a little bit better, at like 20-25 yards. So I don't know if 180 is like the magic grain weight for 40 Smith & Wesson, because the lighter ones don't seem to print as well, or not print, but pattern as well. So maybe y'all could weigh in on that too. I like the grips. I mean, they're standard Sig plastic. Maybe I'll get some of those Hogue G10 style. Those feel great in the hand. They're just as thin. The wood grips tend to be real thick, so I'm gonna avoid the wood grips. Don't want to add any extra mass to this as any more than we needed. It's got a great size, barrel. 3.9 inch barrel, so not too long, but it's long enough to do some serious work. I think the mag holds 12 rounds, that's way more than adequate in my opinion. Especially if you throw a 357 Sig barrel in there. Oh, you got essentially, with the 125 grain loading, you have just shy of those lower tier 357 Magnum loads. They say that in barrels 4 inches and lower, that's what the 357 Sig's designed for, as far as being compared to the 357 Magnum. So this is like an excellent candidate for that. So whether that's just a marketing hype or if it's some truth to it, I know you go on the Basic Ballistic website and 357 Sig is getting 600 foot-pounds of energy, whereas a plus P 9mm, you're getting 450 out of a plus B to 124 grain. So you're getting a significant amount of velocity from a 357 Sig. Anyways, I don't have a 357 Sig yet, but I know I'm gonna get the barrel for it. More expensive to shoot, but for range plinking, I'll just throw the 40 barrel in and it'll be good to go. So yeah, this is my soon-to-be carry gun. I think it'll be like a winter type carry for on the belt, or maybe just whenever. But I would like to try and get myself maybe a 226 and 40 also, and same exact style, except maybe 4.5 inch barrel with a rail on it. I think that would be a nice addition to my Sig collection. I like these all stainless steel Sig Sauer pistols. I just like the material it's made out of. It's hefty. It makes you feel like you got something in your hand as far as a battle instrument. I could always Cerakote it, if I want to protect the metal. But that's something I'll do at a later time. One other thing I need to do with this is improve these sights. Standard bar dot sight with the Sig comes with. Need to get myself a tritium sight, maybe some Trigicon, XS sights, XS big dot sight or something like that. Anyway, some night sight capabilities, improve the sight picture. I can still get on target relatively quickly with this, but it's not ideal, for all conditions, especially low light. But yeah, tell me what you as far as what I should be doing with this thing as far as holster carry options, and yeah, let me know what you think of it. All right, this is Rifleman Review signing off. Hope you guys stand firm with your Second Amendment rights. That's all we have between us and tyranny. And God bless America.